Hello and welcome to your tutorial on Fortnite Save the World. So let me fill you in if you haven't known already. Basically, I did say in my previous videos, well, not really my previous video, but the video where I did explain where I wanted to take my channel to. I did explain that I didn't want to start making Fortnite videos. Specifically though, Fortnite Save the World videos. The reason being is because I think Fortnite Save the World is still a pretty neat game. Even though just being scrapped and now not really being as popular as regular Battle Royale for Fortnite, I still feel like it should get somewhat attention. So, that's where I come in. I'm now going to start making Fortnite Save the World videos, basically explaining missions, items, guns, everything, how to do these things, how to do that, and the methods to do them. Different tactics, different heroes, survivors. More videos will be coming soon. But first, in this video, I will be explaining the tutorial, what Save the World is, and what exactly it contains. So stay tuned, and please, as usual, like and subscribe if you want more of these videos. But now it is time to get into the main stuff. Alright, so first we need to start off with the bases and what you do need to know about Fortnite Save the World. Fortnite Save the World was an old concept of Fortnite. It was basically what was meant to be the game before its Battle Royale style. The difference between Fortnite Battle Royale and Save the World is that Save the World was meant to be a zombie-like apocalypse game, where you basically had to eliminate zombies, do different missions, and get materials to survive and upgrade your home base. More explanation on that later. Now, eventually though, Fortnite Save the World was built back all the way in 2013 in its prototype testing, where a lot of people were able to test it out, eventually turning out to be a main game in 2014. However though, as to 2017, Fortnite decided to take a different route and go to a more Battle Royale style rather than a zombie game. Now even though Battle Royale was still small though, in 2018 when Fortnite Save the World was supposed to go publicly, it decided to get scrapped. The idea got scrapped and it's instead changed to Battle Royale. A couple years later, here we are. We're about to go back to Chapter 2 and soon into Chapter 6. But again, this series isn't about the main Battle Royale. It's about Fortnite Save the World, which is now where I'm going to get into. But now, here's some things that you should know about getting Save the World. Now, one thing to know. Number one, you can't actually earn infinite amount of V-Bucks. A couple of y'all may have seen a couple of videos about Fortnite Save the World that basically people were able to do quests, log in daily, and do a bunch of other stuff to get V-Bucks in the game. That is somewhat true, but that was only because of depending on the people that was playing. As I said, Fortnite Save the World was made a long while ago. I'm talking about 10 years or more. And during those times, a lot of people used to play it, but until Battle Royale came, not too many people played it. So for those who owned a copy of Save the World or got a pack before the years 2020, June, I think 20th, somewhere between 20th and 30th, you would get you would be considered a founder. From then you'd get the quests and do other stuff to get V-Bucks. Basically meaning if you played Fortnite Save the World or owned a copy, bought a pack, or have it in some way or form, you'd basically be able to get free V-Bucks. But however, if you bought a modern day Save the World pack, maybe from the current one that's in the item shop, you won't get that offer. It's not all that bad though, because they do have a substitution currency, which are llama tokens, which you can do from weekly quests and missions. Getting these will offer you rewards from llamas that will give you a ton of stuff that I'm soon to mention. Now, number 2. Remember, you're not killing players in this game. You're killing zombies. Yes, you can form a squad in this game, maybe a duo, trio, but it's mainly about working together with other people, not killing other people. The only people you're killing, zombies, or should I say husks. You see, husks were the early game design of zombies. Kind of similar to the Stormcube zombies, but not too much. Instead of looking purplish, like right here, right here, where this is basically a Stormcube zombie, this is what they look like. They looked exactly like this, having a head shaped like a human and another head which is more of a skull-like. It was a bit creepy, I would say, but this honestly at the same time pretty cool design considering how many different variants there are, such as elements and even things like bees, pitchers, and even some throwers that throw beehives and skulls. I'm about to talk about these characters in just a moment. The third thing you should know is that once again, there are missions in this game that you have to complete in order to win, to get supplies, to get upgrades, to get survivors, heroes, many other things to help you level up and in order to progress in higher range places. I've explained these small little details. It's time to actually open up Save the World and show you exactly what it's meant to look like. Now, I did get this video off of YouTube because I've been playing Save the World for basically a year now, and I'm far gone from the tutorial to even get back. However, though, I'm still gonna go through it one by one and explain how Save the World works and what you expect on your first tutorial. You basically start off with a few cutscenes explaining how this magical storm came out of nowhere and instantly took out 98% of the population. With its growing inner rage and power, it absolutely destroys everything and starts taking the population and turning it into zombies, making it the end of the world. We, the main character, are meant to try and find a safe place, and that's where we're coming across this laboratory / observatory to where we have to run to. We also see a strange radio transmission within this. As we climb up, you now realize you're at home base. This is where the main set of the story starts to take place. You gotta run from zombies, and now, shablam, you're at the door. It's all safe though. As the zombies start to corner you, you hope for the door to open, zombie scares you, door closes, and you fall down. Thinking that you're dead, the Fortnite image comes up, and this is now where your story begins. Upon waking up, you're introduced to 4 robots. This one, the blue one, her name is Ray. She's the main character of this story. She mainly helps out in missions, finding things you might need, and explaining what you have to do for the next campaign quest. As she then explains about what is going on in the world, and now is trying to come up with a plan, a distress call comes in to where we meet another main character named Ramirez. She is one of the troops and is helping out survivors, which will come in handy to help level up, to gain level ups. Now though, we are known as the commander, which is what Ray is trying to look for to lead the group. So, we must now help within this fight in order to survive and hopefully end this zombie apocalypse. So we are handed a pair of goggles. We cut to a different You are now cut into a different area, where we now meet Ramirez. The person from the distress call is now at a location in the mines, trying to help out us survivors and get to a safe spot at home base. We are then introduced to Husks, but before that we are now seeing the stats, getting weapons, and now preparing to fight the upcoming Husks, which come out the ground from these purple smokes. This is once again their design. Pretty creepy in my opinion, but back to the point. You then have to shoot them down one by one, not too many, just a few amount. Once then you finish clearing all the zombies, you then have to continue towards the mine to get back to the surface and regain with other survivors and troops, which we are about to see. Now, the tutorial is pretty straightforward. It teaches you how to use different tools that are in Fortnite, like how to swing your pickaxe and break things, how to do simple building like putting down stairs in order to get up. This was a time way before mantling, so making stairs was a reasonable use for putting in tutorials. Now though, we just mantle. It also shows us how to search chests, break down even other stuff to get materials to eventually build weapons. Things like guns, melee weapons, even ammo, in order to use them to fight off Husks and kill them all. We are then met with another character within the story. His name is... After you craft your first ever weapon, you are met with another new character named Lenny, who is just a few miles away and needs help defending off a small upcoming horde, with survivors as well, and is a troop at the home base. So you now have to go all the way there to the small fort where you meet and see Lenny in person. The Husks, which you now have 40 seconds to eliminate, need to keep them away from the fort as much as possible, because they will damage the builds and eliminate any troops and survivors. From there, once your 20 seconds are up, just like this, all the Husks will disappear and die off, leading to now a safe moment just for a couple moments. You then have to go inside this unknown place, but before that you are introduced to traps. Traps are very similar to how they are in Fortnite. They can either come in spiked floors, walls, or they can even come in ceilings. You can place them down and they'll do damage to enemies, in this case Husks. Once you place enough of those down, you are then able to finally go into the place where here you will learn more about building, but in this time editing. You'll have to make a door, which is easy. You just have to make a door. All you have to do is just take off 2 squares like this in order to make a door. From there, now you can proceed into the mysterious room. In this room, there's actually a secret satellite rocket that is actually complete and able to be launched into space. But before that, you have to collect this new power fuel that is what is used for the rocket. It's called Blue Glow. Now, Blue Glow is basically a power source in Save the World. It is used to activate little boosts which you can find in your missions. Basically, it can guarantee speed, health boost, more shield, faster running time, and even faster building repair speeds. Blue Glow is a very important power source because is what's fueling home base pretty soon and keeping it alive using it as a shield. The reason why I'm talking about Blue Glow so much is because it's actually from a creator called Dr. Vinderbot, or Dr. Vinderman. Dr. Vinderman, which is, yes, his logo is kind of printed on the V-Bucks in Save the World. He's basically the creator of Raid and kind of the reason for this whole zombie apocalypse. He is a scientist of somewhat an inventor. He made Blue Glow as kind of a power source, but now he seems to have died due to the zombie apocalypse. He's a main character. He's not bad, and he will be useful somewhat more in a higher level mission. Now though, after collecting just enough Blue Glow to power the rocket, you must now deposit it into the rocket in order for it to launch. Just as it launches though, you have to go back outside the fort. Once you do so, you're introduced to another horde of husks. This time though, you're met with a different husk, a stronger and much bigger one. This, my friend, is called a mist monster, but its real name is a smasher. You see, mist monsters are a lot more stronger than just regular husks. They can come in many different forms and sizes, but in this form, this is a smasher. It has 3 different abilities. If you're up close to it, then it'll most likely use its giant bat-like arm and smash it right on the ground. It can also do a spin attack while running forward, and it can even do a dashing attack like right here, going straight towards builds and players. It can easily destroy wood builds and brick builds and do somewhat damage to metal builds depending on how well it's been upgraded. After a tough battle to eliminate the smasher though, you now have to take care of the falling horde. Once doing so for another 2 minutes, you have the rocket will now successfully be able to launch into the air. Being able to now know where to go to home base and see what the status is on the Earth currently. We're met up into the sky where the satellite, now giving the report, shows what's going on. Let's just say though, it's not the best. There's a ton of purple around every little bit of land. Almost. Meaning there's most likely a giant hordes of zombies absolutely everywhere in these places. Plus in space too. So, finally though, after you completed the intro, you will be now put into one of the many different places within the map. The first one being Stonewood, which is the green skull and has the recommend power of 1 through 19. Now there are different missions, but again, I am higher powered, so these were unlocked through levels. You will have to first do Home Base Storm Shield, which will basically have this giant pyramid shield, casting a shield that can protect the base from having husks enter in and being able to get more landmarks easier. There are many different ways to earn levels in Save the World, which you will need to in order to help get yourself to higher missions and higher spots. One being survivors. Survivors can be earned in loot llamas, missions, quests, and many different ways. You can level up your survivors instantly by getting follow agreements like Survivor XP, which again can also be earned in missions and quests. But as of other stuff like Lightning in a Bottle, Eye of Storm, and Storm Shards will be used more higher within levels and missions. But as of now, you'll also need training manuals, which will help boost them even more. Survivors, like I said, help grant more power level, meaning it'll meaning lower level zombies will be easier to kill. Heroes, however, don't really cast power level, but however grant you more health and shield. You need to make a whole loadout of heroes, as seen here. First, you'll need a commander. You mainly need someone that will help guide the group, but will also grant a big amount of power. There are many different forms of heroes, such as constructors, and ninjas. For here, I own a constructor, which helps grant different boosts and abilities that other heroes can't. This will be discussed in a different video. Next, there's team perks. Team perks can be earned in many different ways. I haven't really thought too much of how to earn them, but the way to use team perks is basically it can help grant different small abilities depending if you reach a requirement. For example, for things like boom bass blast steelwood music increases damage by 12% and critical coat rating by 15. You need 2 band member heroes, so you need 2 different type of heroes that are required in band, like the Shredder, for example. Now you need a support team, basically a bunch of other heroes that will help support, be on the side of the commander. These will also help you out with health and shield, and even earning abilities. You can do abilities such as bull rushing, summoning turrets, double jumping, and even summoning a Teddy that can kill other husks. Lastly, there's gadgets. Gadgets can be used in many different ways. There are many different types of gadgets, such as airstrikes, teleporters, banners, supply drop, and many different more. Airstrikes summon bombs, obviously, but adrenaline rush can help restore health and in a certain amount of range. It could also be used to help heal different types of squad members depending on how close by they are. There's a specific zone to it. Another thing that doesn't really grant health, shield, or even base power are defenders. Defenders can be used by putting a pad down and summoning a different type of troop. Troops can be used or have different manual weapons depending on what they are. For example, there are melee ones, and there are ones that can only use assault rifles. Some may use a sniper. Some may use a shotgun. It all depends on the image of which they have. Like this legendary defender right here, Bruiser, can use a knife, which means it can use melee-based weapons. You can upgrade defenders, survivors, and heroes to help grant more power levels, health, shield, or even higher damage that defenders can do. You can evolve them by using the ingredients I've stated. It depends on what you're upgrading, but if you want to upgrade a defender, you need a lot of hero XP and training manuals in order to get them to go. There's also this kind of useless, in my opinion, feature called expeditions, which can help grant you materials if you're out. You need heroes in order to do them, and you need different types of. There'd also be different types of vehicles to do, like boats, trucks, and planes. It's not that useful overall, and you can mainly collect the materials on your own, but it is still there for if you're out. Then there's schematics. Schematics can be used for creating guns and traps. Guns that you can basically find a schematic in the llama shop, or you can find them in missions as well. You can also find them all leveling up, which, yes, there is also that leveling up at the top corner, which you see right here. Sorry. But yeah, schematics are permanent. Although your weapons in Save the World do break, so you will have to use schematics more oftenly, so you are going to need to have to upgrade them. Upgrading them requires using perk items and have level ups in order to get them granted. So if I want to create a rating, I need some perk ups in order to get the change. Traps, as I stated, can also be used, such as ceiling traps, floor traps, and wall traps. You also have backpackage storage where you can obviously store stuff, and even a collection book where you can sell your heroes, survivors, weapons, etc. in order to gain even more levels. Technically though, a different kinds of levels within the collection pack that can grant you more schematics, rewards, and other things just by selling different types of resources. There's many different types of resources. There's account resources like these, but there's also ones that can do everything, like the X-ray tickets, which are basically llama tickets, and there's these seasonal ones, which I will talk about in the next video. But as I stated, there are our Survivor XP, Schematic XP, and Hero XP in order to use and upgrade your troops, weapons, defenders. One tip you should know is the llama shop. Llama shops, as I've mentioned many times before, are be able to use your tickets. Will have you be able to use the tickets you get from your quest in order to exchange them for weapons. There's the loot ones, which are seasonal ones, X-ray ones, which you can use the tickets for, and there's even item ones, which you can spend gold bars. These gold bars can be found by doing, once again, missions, quests, and many more. Even leveling up can do it. You can use them to get items, heroes, and even weapons, schematics. There can also be token armor slots and hero loadouts, which can grant you more heroes, which you can use to get more hero loadouts if you want. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This, my friends, was the tutorial of Save the World. I'm sorry for my stutterings or any problems within the video. I am slowly improving. I'm even starting to editing a bit more. But now these are the type of videos I will be making and said I will be making. So I hope you like it. This is what I kind of wanted to do, since I did want to kind of do something Fortnite related, but just not the same thing as like Battle Royale. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.